Hi, I'm Kate White. This is an incredibly interesting time for women in terms of career success. There have never been so many amazing opportunities for women or so many incredible role models for us to see all that's possible. But of course, not every woman wants to run the world one day, or for that matter, even run the company. What I think women are hoping for is to get as far as they want to go and be paid fairly for it, and not have to feel that they got undermined by the system or by office politics, or worse, by their own lack of confidence at a given moment. So how do you do that? I've been in leadership roles for several decades, and I've discovered that successful women do certain key things differently, often overriding their initial instincts at the moment. When I speak at companies and conferences around the country, I love to share these strategies with other women. First strategy, you've got to go big or go home. You've heard that expression, right? I first heard it from this young woman who worked for me at Cosmo probably 8 years ago. And when she was talking about it, she was talking about Saturday night. And her point was, if you're going to go out on a Saturday night, you better be sure that your hair, your makeup, your clothes, and your attitude are to the max, because otherwise, why bother putting in the time? And when she used that expression, I thought, you know, there's applications of this beyond Saturday night. I thought it was a perfect mantra for work, for career, and success. Go big or go home. How many of you have ever heard of Helen Gurley Brown, the woman who, she repositioned Cosmopolitan magazine in the 60s and turned it into a billion-dollar brand. And I once heard her say that the difference between successful people and those who weren't is that the successful ones work really, really hard. I don't believe that. I think hard work is part of the equation, but when I look at my own success and the success of people I've met all through my career, it always comes down to going big or going home. It's not enough to do what you've been told to do and do it really well. You've got to come up with bold, innovative ideas for your department, for your organization, for your university. Ideas that are different than the way things have always been done before. Ideas that make your boss say wow and set you apart from the pack. That's what Helen did. She might have worked hard, but she created this incredible magazine that was unlike anything else at the time. It was candid, it was bold, it was over the top. She had the first male centerfold, Burt Reynolds. Have you ever seen that picture on the bearskin rug? The guy was so hairy, you could not tell where he ended and the rug began. It's also really nice for me to be doing talks like this because they are part of this new life I've kind of crafted for myself. I left Cosmo after 14 years in September, and if this were back in August, I'd be home tonight, maybe having a little bite to eat, working on cover lines like, "Mattress moves so hot, his thighs will go up in flames." I always told my kids, oh, Mommy doesn't write those lines. I send the magazine to another location where other people write the cover lines. Whether you lead a department or an entire company, there is a secret weapon at your disposal that can give your business a real competitive edge. And that is the data you collect about your consumers. It can offer a hint to an emerging market, or show you a hole in the existing marketplace, or explain what's frustrating your consumers about your product or services. Why do I call it a secret weapon? Because so often people fail to take advantage of this kind of information. They don't analyze it, they don't see it objectively, and they don't act on it. Sometimes they don't even believe it. The problem with data for people is it means giving up the way they've always done things. But there's no point in collecting data if you don't let it inspire change.